Good day, dear friends, and welcome to the next chapter of Aquarius Rising, Christianity and Judaism explained using the science of the stars. Aquarius Rising is a book over 4,000 years in the making. The rights of others are both recognized and supported. Others are free to follow their own cultural and religious path. This work does not advocate forcing anyone to do or follow anything. It is not an attack on any individual or institution. Religion is in the public domain, though. It must necessarily expect an examination of its customs, rituals, holy days, and doctrines. If you are new here, these individual chapters explain stories and festivals of the New and Old Testament from the Astro Theology perspective. If you're unfamiliar with this, I suggest you either read Aquarius Rising, Introduction through Chapter 7, or watch the associated videos to develop a foundational understanding before proceeding with the stories and festival chapters. I hope this work will aid you in your spiritual journey.
Aquarius Rising, Chapter 11. Epiphany and Joseph explained astrotheologically. January 6th is also called the 12th day as it is 12 days after Christmas. In ancient times the Christian Church made it a feast day that celebrates the revelation of God incarnate as Jesus Christ. This day commemorates the story of the three kings who had followed the bright star and offered gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to the newborn Jesus. This festival of Epiphany was so sacred to early Christians that the 4 successive Sundays which follow it are entitled first, second, third, and fourth Sundays after Epiphany. Throughout ancient Egypt, Epiphany was considered the same as the birth of the Christ and was uniformly observed on January 6. Justin Martyr, also called Saint Justin as he was one of the earliest of the Christian fathers, draws the parallel between Christ and the old Persian god Mithra. Both Christ and Mithra were born on the same day when the sun was reborn in Stabulo Augii, and the stable of Angles, cleansed by Hercules in his 6th labor, corresponds to the cave in Capricorn, which is the cave of Mithra and of the other saviors. Abba Utta, the Akkadian name of the 10th month, answering roughly to December, the month of Capricorn, denotes the cave of light. The cave or winter solstice in Capricorn was the birthplace of the Mithraic Messiah from 2410 to 255 BC, and this was continued as the cave or birthplace of the Christ after it had ceased to be applicable to the solar god. The point here is that Epiphany as a feast day was celebrated for thousands of years prior to the Christian era. For further detailing of Epiphany, the most concise explanation comes from the Reverend Robert Taylor, who in 1832 wrote, "The creation takes place every year on the 25th of March, called Lady Day, or the day of conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary, who, exactly 9 months afterward, on the first moment of the 25th of December brings forth her firstborn, Jesus, and lays him in a manger, because there was no room in the inn. As you will see that there is really not room enough in the pavilion of the Virgin, when, with the spike of corn in one hand, and the scales of September in the other, she drops little Jesus out of her bosom, and he tumbles down into the stable, the nadir, or lower meridian, the precise astronomical position of the sun at that moment. Now, at that moment, to the accuracy of the setting of a watch, what is the state of the visible heavens, in the construction of the planisphere? Why, this it is, at the lower meridian you have the stable of Bethlehem, in which Christ is born. Of the eastern point of the horizon you have the sign of the Virgin, with the great star Vindemiatrix, in her elbow just peering above the horizon, of which star the Magi, or wise men, express themselves, quote, 'We have seen his star in the east.' End of quote. At the upper meridian, you have the constellation Cancer, the crab, which includes the cradle of Jupiter, literally the Iosepe, that is, the manger of Jao, from which mistaken words have been formed the name of the imaginary husband of the Virgin, Joseph. While on the western horizon, you have the Lamb of God, that taketh away the sins of the world, immediately above which, you will see the Epiphany, or manifestation of Christ to the Gentiles, which is none other than the beautiful constellation, Orion, which you will see this very evening, those 3 bright stars, which constitute his belt, being the three Magian kings, who, looking directly across the horizon, see his star in the east, and have come to worship him, which they do by presenting gold, frankincense, and myrrh, the emblematic oblation in all the ages, consecrated to the honor of the sun. Today, because people do not study the stars, they are only familiar with the word Epiphany. Most understand the word Epiphany by its third listed definition in Webster's dictionary, which is a usually sudden manifestation or perception of the essential nature or meaning of something. An intuitive grasp of reality through something, such as an event, usually simple and striking. An illuminating discovery, realization, or disclosure, a revealing scene or moment. Simply stated, most individuals today know only that epiphany is synonymous with a quickly manifesting idea. In light of the information you are learning here about the astronomic foundations of modern religions, have you had any epiphanies lately?
The information in this video was taken from Aquarius Rising, Christianity and Judaism Explained Using the Science of the Stars by Rico Rojo. Aquarius Rising pulls data from over 4,000 years and numerous books and manuscripts and presents it in an easily digestible form for the modern reader. Aquarius Rising is available on your local Amazon in both print and Kindle. If you found this information useful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.